You work, the money comes in, but at the end of the month, it's gone. It's not bad luck, and it's not a lack of effort. Most people lose money because they fall into simple, everyday traps. Today, you'll learn about the 10 financial traps that keep millions of people stuck in poverty, and most importantly, how to avoid them. If you recognize yourself in some of these, stay until the end. The change starts with awareness and immediate action today. Maybe you've lived this before. Your paycheck arrives, bills get paid, very little is left, and then an unexpected expense shows up. The cycle repeats month after month. You work more, put in overtime, try to save, but never feel real progress. That creates frustration and exhaustion. The problem isn't a lack of discipline in isolation, it's a common pattern. Without financial clarity, decisions are made on impulse, paying in installments to make it fit the month, using credit to handle emergencies, postponing plans. Over time, these choices build pressure and reduce flexibility. Many families live like this for years, believing it's normal, but normal doesn't mean healthy. Meanwhile, the cost of living rises, opportunities pass by, and it feels like running without moving forward. Understanding this context is essential because only by recognizing the problem can you break the cycle and prepare the ground for the solutions that come next. To get out of this cycle, you need to identify where your money is being lost. Throughout this video, you'll learn about 10 financial traps that affect everyone, from those who earn little to those with a good income. Some seem harmless, others are so common they go unnoticed. Together, they block financial progress. By recognizing them, you start to see your choices more clearly and create space to change the direction of your finances consistently. The first trap is not knowing exactly how much you earn, how much you spend, and where your money goes. Without this control, every decision is made in the dark. Small expenses pile up, the budget breaks, and the end of the month becomes a constant shock. Many people think managing money is complicated, but it isn't. When you start tracking basic numbers, you notice waste, adjust your choices, and stop being surprised by your own finances. Right after looking at the numbers, another common mistake appears, believing that earning more will solve everything. A higher income brings temporary relief, but without a change in habits, expenses grow at the same pace. The pattern repeats at every income level. Anyone who doesn't learn to live below their means will always find a reason to spend more than they should, with financial consequences that get heavier over time. When money feels tight, paying in installments becomes the default solution. The problem is that small installments create a sense of control, while the total cost goes unnoticed. Gradually, the budget gets filled with monthly commitments, leaving less and less room for choices. The result is being stuck in continuous payments without financial breathing room. Understanding the real cost of decisions helps reduce debt and restores the ability to plan with more freedom. After dealing with emergencies, another common choice appears: trading learning for immediate consumption. It's easier to spend on status, comfort, and quick pleasure than to invest time and money in financial education. The problem shows up in the long term. Without knowledge, decisions repeat themselves, mistakes become expensive, and opportunities pass by. Prioritizing learning changes the way you think, improves daily choices, and builds a solid foundation for continuous financial growth, even with limited income, over the years and decades ahead.
When all the focus is on the end-of-month paycheck, there's no room to build something bigger. Working only to pay bills keeps you in financial survival mode. Without thinking about assets or future income, every month starts from zero. This model is exhausting, limits choices, and traps growth. Changing this logic means looking for ways to make money work alongside you, creating stability and possibilities over time. By not thinking about future income, many people avoid investing out of fear or lack of information. Money sits still and loses value over time, while inflation erodes purchasing power. This fear is common, but it's costly. Investing doesn't require large amounts at the beginning, it requires learning and patience. When you start, even with little, time begins to work in your favor, expanding results gradually and consistently. Even when someone tries to improve, the environment can pull them back. Being around people who treat debt as normal and mock financial planning influences daily decisions. Conversations shape habits, priorities, and expectations. When everyone around spends without thinking, saving feels exaggerated. Seeking environments where growth is valued makes a real difference. With better references, attitudes change, choices become more conscious, and financial progress stops feeling distant. Without financial goals, effort loses direction. Those who don't set objectives accept any outcome and adapt to always living on the edge. Clear goals guide decisions, help say no to unnecessary spending, and keep the focus on the long term. They don't need to be complex, they need to be specific. Knowing how much you want to save, invest, or pay off creates daily discipline. With clear direction, every choice has purpose, and progress stops being random. By this point, it's clear that none of these traps come from one big, isolated mistake. They are formed by small decisions repeated over time. Each day postponed seems irrelevant, but the accumulation has a cost. The good news is that the process works both ways. Simple adjustments made consistently completely change the final result. You don't need to transform everything at once. You need to start. When you take responsibility for your financial choices, control returns, anxiety decreases, decisions become more rational, and the path opens up. Remember, it's not about how much money passes through your account, it's about how it's directed. Those who act early gain margin, gain options, and build peace of mind. The most important step isn't perfect, it's taken, and the sooner it happens, the greater the benefits over the years. This commitment changes real financial destinies. If this content helped you see your finances more clearly, take a moment to support the channel now. Leave a like because that helps this video reach more people who need to hear this message. Subscribe so you don't miss upcoming content, and comment below which trap you're going to start fixing today. This simple decision creates public commitment and increases your chances of taking action. To close, remember, financial freedom doesn't start with a raise or a stroke of luck. It starts with conscious choices made every month. When you take control, money stops being a source of stress and becomes a tool. The path isn't fast, but it's possible and within your reach. Keep learning, adjusting, and moving forward one step at a time. The journey changes when you change, and from now on, you know exactly where to begin. If you want to go deeper, watch the other videos on the channel and apply one change per week. Consistency transforms results and builds confidence over time with focus and discipline.